Right guys, Gemini, back with another video, and in this video today it's going to be a little bit different as I am one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions. I always like these belts. I thought they were pretty sick. Okay, what we're going to be discussing in this video today, Vader time. We're going to be discussing why I thought Vader was a bit of a fail in the WWE. I was always a huge Vader fan. In fact, when Vader came to the WWF in late 95, early 96, I predicted that Vader would be the WWF World Heavyweight Champion within 6 months. And it never came to fruition. It never happened. Vader never became the WWF World Heavyweight Champion, and he never became the #1 guy. What Vader became was another opponent for Shawn Michaels to get over on. And I guess Vince didn't have the faith in Vader to be the World Heavyweight Champion, to be the #1 guy like he was in WCW. If you watched Vader 92 through 95 in WCW, with the exception of the end when Hogan buried him at Super Brawl and no-sold the Vader Bomb, Vader was the most dominant World's Heavyweight Champion in the history of WCW. There was nobody bigger, there was nobody badder, and there was nobody better. No pun intended from WrestleMania 3. Vader was the freaking man. I've never seen a big man able to wrestle and dominate and destroy an opponent like Vader did. Vader legit would go in the ring and hurt people, and he was a legit bad ass. I mean, if you watch his matches versus Sting in WCW in '94, if you watch some of his work in the Thunder Cage versus Ric Flair, Vader was the best in WCW. He was the best world champion in the company, probably the best world champion in WCW history. He was dominant. He was like the Triple Crown winner. You know, he was the Battle Bowl champion. He almost won the King of the Cable tournament. He was the world's champion. He was the main event guy, White Castle of Fear. And then he goes to the WWF. They just don't have a clue what to do with him and how to get him over. By eventually '98, by them ending it with basically Kane hitting him in the face with the wrench and knocking his ass out and hurting him, and then Vader disappears off the scene, and he's not to be seen again until what, 2005? You know, when he came back with Jonathan Coachman and whatnot. It just never worked. The Vader experiment never worked. And the reason why I'm holding SummerSlam 96, August the 18th, 1996, in Cleveland, Ohio, in the Gun Arena, opposites tag. In this match, I really legit was pulling for Vader to win the World Heavyweight Championship off of Shawn Michaels. Excuse me. Sorry if you saw the spit come flying. I wanted Vader to win the world title off Shawn Michaels. Coming off of international incident in Vancouver, July the 23rd, 96. Vader pinned the world champion Shawn Michaels in the 6-man tag to win the main event. Vader bomb, Vader bomb, Vader bomb. I mean, Ross was out there selling, and Vader pinned the world champion. So you went into SummerSlam 96 thinking that Vader was legit going to be the world's heavyweight champion and take the belt off of Shawn Michaels' god-awful 96 title run with the Clique, which I couldn't stand. I just wanted anyone to get the belt off Shawn. Couldn't stand Shawn in 96 as the champion, even though his matches were good. I just wasn't a fan of Shawn being the champion in 96. It wasn't my favorite time in wrestling. I wanted Vader to come in and dominate and win the world title. And they never went that way. They never really gave Vader his just due in the WWF. And he was good, man. But WWF just never had a clue what to do with the guy. Never had a clue, I don't think, about his history in Japan and his matches with Bam Bam Bigelow, his matches with Sting. And Vader was capable of having a great match with whoever he worked with. He was one of the few big men who could wrestle on the mat for an hour. You didn't see that all the time. But Vader was a legit badass, and I'm not exactly sure why it tanked in the WWF. I just don't think they had faith in him, but he was legit. He was the best I saw WCW champion, probably of all time, with the exception of Flair and Sting and Hogan, a few other guys. You know, and Goldberg was a great WCW champion too, but yeah, it just never worked in WWF. I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts at why you think Vader might have failed. in the WWF. Yeah, he made a lot of money, and he's happy with his time in WWF, but I'm not, because I remember Vader in WCW. Then I watched him over in the WWF, and I was like, no, it's not the same. So I'm Gemini. Thank you.